a service of CNC Worldwide. Good morning, Flower City. I'm going to start off right by saying that you guys don't know it, but it's absolutely freezing in this room. So I'm going to have to start wearing a hooded sweatshirt because this is ridiculous. Moving on. Last time, I promised Regina a story. And I can't say that it's too related to sports, but I'll throw in a little snippet why it is related to sports. So yeah, yesterday was Sunday, and it was my sister's varsity lacrosse pancake breakfast. And each year it's kind of like a fundraiser that they do. And that's the only part of the story that's related to sports. So me and my dad kind of got into a little argument because, well, first I'll start off by saying people complain about me that I always park too far away from the event or whatever. Wherever we're going, that I always park too far away. I can park much closer. I do that because I don't want to be in the crowd where your car's more likely to get hit. So I thought I was bad. Well, anyways, we get to the pancake breakfast, and my dad parks super far away, and there's like 2 open spaces. It might be even more like 3 open spaces. I don't know. But it's not. It's 2 open spaces. And instead of like parking in a space like a normal person, he parks in between, like in the direct middle, and it's just enough so there's really not enough room on each side for another car to park. So he's taking up like 2 spaces. I mean, you couldn't tell because of the snow, but he would definitely be like straddling the yellow line. And I'm like, I hate when people do that. I find that so freaking annoying. So we got in this argument for a while, and he left his car there. And luckily, hopefully, no one drove by and needed a parking space really bad, because literally there was no parking spaces at all on that lot. So yeah, when we're leaving the pancake breakfast, I thought, okay, yeah, whatever. I kind of slipped my mind. I forgot about the whole parking space issue. And we're driving out. And then I see, and as we're leaving, we left the parking lot of where it was, and we're like 2 businesses down, basically. It's like a plaza area. And I see my grandpa's truck. So he had parked even farther away, not even in the same lot. So I was like, oh, okay, I know where we all get it from. So, yeah, so Regina, that's my story. That I just thought you'd be interested because, wow, I don't know. Maybe it's just my family. Anyways, let's move into the CNC Sports Rock Report for today. Find out what's going on in sports. The Rochester Americans fought back from 2 separate 1-goal deficits in the third period, but ultimately lost to the Milwaukee Admirals 6-5 in overtime on Sunday night. Oh, that's unusual for them to lose this season. I think we've all given up. Austin Watson scored the winning goal late in the extra session for Milwaukee. You know, at least they're in the games. They're not getting crushed. Just shows that they have talent. Zach Dalpe scored twice and added an assist for the Amerks as Jake McCabe scored the game-tying goal in the late stages of the third period to extend his personal scoring streak to a season-long 6 games. Makarov and Hackett shared time in net for Rochester and combined to make 25 saves. Not bad. The Amerks forced an overtime for the 3rd consecutive night thanks to McCabe's game-tying goal. At least talent, again. That's all I'm going to say. There's not much else to say about them this year. The Amerks conclude their season-long 8-game road swing on Wednesday when they travel to Utica for the North Division showdown with the Comets. Rochester returns to the Blue Cross Arena on Friday night, February 13th against Adirondack in a 7:05 face-off. In the National Hockey League action on Sunday, the Buffalo Sabres rally fell short as they lost to the New York Islanders 3-2 at the First Niagara Center. The Islanders grabbed a 3-0 lead in the second period, then had to hang on in the third stanza for the victory. Buffalo got back into the game when the Sabres scored 2 goals on 3 shots in the second period. Marcus and Drew Stafford accounted for the Sabres' tallies. Buffalo goalie Michael Noverth made 28 saves in his first start since January 17th. The Sabres tied a franchise record low with 10 shots on goal. They had 10 shots on goal on the October 28th game against the Toronto Maple Leafs. This has just been a wonderful season for Buffalo. Wow. You know, it's not just hockey, because every year the Bills seem like they have a chance. Not every year. In the last couple of years, they seem like they've had a chance, but it comes down to the same thing with them: quarterback and coaching play. And until Tom Brady retires, it's going to be a tough one for them. That's a tough division. The Rochester Razor Sharks improved to 10-0 on the season after defeating the Lynchburg Titans 140-100 in the final game of their weekend road trip. The first Razor Sharks game I saw, I forgot, it was a couple years ago, but it was the finals game. And in the game, the guy slam dunked it and broke the glass. For a second, I thought it was a show. I didn't even... I don't know. I must have been much younger, but yeah. Thought I'd throw that in there. Rochester led Lynchburg at intermission by a score of 69-53. The Razor Sharks came out in the third quarter on fire from the field. Chase McKinney was unstoppable as he scored 10 straight points for Rochester on his way to 12 in the third quarter. Nice. On the very last play of the third quarter, G. Rice Crouch picked off a lazy Titan pass for his second steal of the game, giving him 189 career steals. With the steal, Crouch passed Keith Friel for the Razor Sharks on all-time steals record. Switching into Section 5 sports, in the Section 5 Class AA wrestling from Saturday, Penfield 138-pounder Frankie Gissendenner captured his third straight sectional championship. Just to clarify again, this happened Saturday. This did not happen on Sunday. The freshman will be going for his third straight super sectional crown this coming weekend at SUNY Brockport in the third consecutive trip to the New York State Tournament in Albany at the end of the month. 3 other Patriot teammates also won sectional titles: Max Krotman, 99 pounds, Parker Krotman at 126 pounds, and Peter Dianetti at 285 pounds. Penfield finished in 4th place with 204.5 points behind Fairport Hilton and Rush Henrietta. So, basically, great job, Penfield. And, you know, in all the rich history Penfield has, they have never crowned a state champion. So, I think they got a shot this year. Okay, so yeah, back to more wrestling. The cadets were defending Class AA champions. They crowned 6 individual champions, while the Red Raiders had 3 weight class winners, but 5 runner-ups to just 1 runner-up for Hilton. Sophomore Yanni Diakomalis. And if I butchered your name, I apologize. But known as Yanni, earned his 4th straight sectional title after winning the 120 weight class for Hilton. Just to put something in perspective for you guys, my senior year was his 7th grade year wrestling. That year I took 2nd at sectionals, and my other good friend on our team was a senior too at the 96 weight class, and he wrestled Yanni in the final. Yeah, but he beat my friend who was a senior, and he was a 7th grader in the sectional finals that year. So Hilton's got a pretty good team. With that said, I think that's it for us today. We're out of time. Have a great day, Rochester, and I'll be back tomorrow again for your CNC Sports Rock Report. Also, real quick, stay tuned because we're having a special edition episode this week. So that's going to be our 25th episode. All right, I won't spoil it. So we'll talk about more of that. We'll talk about that later. All right, have a great day, Rochester. That's the CNC Sports Rock Report for today. Come back tomorrow for the CNC Sports Rock Report.